Hi, thanks for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. I'm at Jackson Meadows Reservoir, and for the first time in 2 years since I started fishing here, I was able to get here on the first try. It's the end of May, but there's still snow drifts on the road, believe it or not. But half the road's open, so it's easy going. Some fallen trees are there. They already chainsawed those things down so you can get through. And if you go to my Lakes and Reservoirs playlist, look at the last time I fished here from last October. The water was way down there and I had to drag my boat full of supplies over the snow and carry my motor a long way to reach the water. But as you can see now, this lake is full, man. There's a picnic table right on the edge of the water. It's so full. I left the lead core line at home. I'm gonna troll a big Rebel lure first. And I got my fly rod with the woolly bugger on there. I'm gonna do a little trolling with that. And I'm gonna see if I can't pick up something big. You know, I didn't bring my lead core because usually this lake, the fishing activity is really good this time of year. It's just really high right now. And I don't know if I fished it this high, but whatever it is, I'm going out. I'm going to do my best. I also have a cooler full of snow I got from the road to keep some fish. So at some point, I'm going to pull up on the shore and nap it out, throw my lines out with some inflated crawlers, some power bait, my usual rig, and see if I can't get something. I know one thing, there's big fish in this lake. So let me get my boat loaded up, get my engine started, hopefully. It's been sitting in my little storage closet near my apartment for a few months now without being used. So let's get out there and see if we can't catch some fish. Well, my motor started on 3 pulls, which is a good sign. I just hope it doesn't go downhill from there. So I got a woolly bugger on, and I got this big Rebel lure. I actually found that on the side of a lake one day. I don't have a lot of Rapalas left, and they're just a little too expensive, and I just decided I'm not going to put that in my budget. So I'm going to motor on out, start trolling over there. I'm going to troll with my fly rod and this big Rebel lure. If the wind comes up, I want to drift fish. It's supposed to get windy this afternoon, so we'll see what's up with that. But for now, let's get it on! Of gas. I only have the gas that's in my motors, but these 2.5 horsepower 4-strokes are really efficient with their gas, and I should be able to ration that out for the whole day. And I took off the top treble hook on this lure because 2's plenty, and when you get 3 on there, releasing the fish can get really messy, even if you take the barbs down. So I'm going to keep that out there. So let's get this woolly bugger out, and then I'm going to set course, and I'm just going to cruise around the dam, because that's where I get a lot of my action. Keep my thing steady so I can yank that and tug that. And it's, I'm running a 3-ring circus out here today, so let the fun begin. I'm setting up my other line, and this fish just nailed it on my power bait. And I pulled up on the shore. I wasn't getting anything. There wasn't any surface activity. So I figured I'd come up and try to get some dinner. And I was setting up my night crawler line, and then my bell just started going. It's a nice trout. If I can let him go, though, I'm gonna let him go. But he's fat. This fish is fat. Nice holdover. Beautiful fish. Get him in the net. Take a better look at it and see what I'm dealing with. Oh, there's the hook. It's that little treble hook for the power bait. It's usually pretty easy to get. Now, That is a really clean rainbow, perfect size for eating. So if I don't catch anything else, it's all my fault. On my power bait, I was just dozing off. Come on, boy. I keep my line loose and then I can see him swimming off with it. There he is. There he is, there he is. There he is. He isn't that big. Oh, we came off. Good. He wasn't very big. And that size 18 hook did its job. Let him go before I have to touch him. Kind of surprised I didn't pick anything else up. I was sleeping under there, and my line was, because I keep my line loose, my line was pulled tight, and and whatever was on there was gone. I must have slept right through the bell. But the wind's up. I'm gonna get back out there in my boat, and I'm gonna drift power bait, and I'm gonna use my fly rod, see if I can't pick something up. The wind keeps coming and going, but I'm gonna get up to where it's blowing from and try to get a good drift in. And just as can be expected, I came out here and it is dead glass right now. And the wind was blowing and then all of a sudden just nothing. So I'm gonna be going with a small slip sinker, about a 6-foot leader, and just a small ball of power bait. I'm gonna be pulling behind once I can get some kind of wind. And then I got a woolly bugger on, but you know, I don't have any wind. So I'm just gonna throw out and row until the wind starts, man. This is really frustrating. The wind was howling when I was taking a nap, and I'm like, okay, it's gonna start getting windy. But then, just nothing, man. Nothing. So I don't know, man. Now we're talking. A nice breeze came up. I don't know if it's gonna last, but I got a long way to drift, and this is what I need right here. Wind. I need a little wind. Just help me out with a little wind. Just lost my rod. I was digging in my bag because I wanted to put another fly on. Woo! And this trout just nailed it. I got the wind going now, and that he hit that power bait straight up. Almost lost my stuff. Whoa, these fish are fighting hard, man. No parasites on these trout. Let me see if I can let this guy go. Good thing about when you drift power bait with that little treble hook, they usually just hit it really hard and then they don't get hit. I gotta pay closer attention to my rod. I almost lost my pole right there. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, see? That hook is right in the corner of his mouth. It goes really fast. There he is swimming around. I'm gonna get my hand wet and get him back in. Man, I'm lucky that fish wasn't bigger. I was fiddling around. Usually I'm just watching my pole. I don't put it up high because then it's harder for me to get a good hook set. Because when you're drifting power bait like this, a lot of the times the fish will barely have it because they'll just hit it hard and that little sharp treble hook gets inside of them. All right. What I did here is I put on a woolly bugger. And a slip sinker. And I'm just I'm just letting it out there with like a 6-foot leader and a woolly bugger, and I'm just trolling it, and I picked one up. And I wasn't getting anything close to the surface, so I just put on that same thing I was drifting the... Oh, there he is. These fish are fighting, man. I'm all up in these bushes. Let's see what we got here. Ah, there we go. It's a nice fish. All right, so I don't really want to mess with this guy. I'm gonna get him back in the water right now. There he is. Let's get him back in. Nice trout. Whoa, he fell back in the net. I'm just gonna scoop him right out. There he goes. Now that I got out of that mess. So I put that woolly bugger with that 1/8 ounce sinker. So basically what I'm doing is I'm throwing it out there. Getting some distance behind the boat. And then I'm trolling slow, and I'm just giving it little nudges. And it's just a little bit deeper than the other system was. And I've seen several fish jump near this dam, but they're not hitting my woolly bugger when it's with the fly rod like they were last time. So with this little sinker on there, I get it a little deeper, and we'll see if we can't pick up something big. Well, that's gonna do it. It's been a fun day out at Jackson Meadows Reservoir, and I didn't think that I'd beat Jackson Meadows Reservoir fish-wise with fishing the Feather River on Monday and fishing the Nevada Truckee yesterday for Patreon. All bigger fish. But that's cool. I mean, I really had to mix it up to put one together today. I had to get one off the bank fishing. I had to get one drift fishing power bait, and then the wind kept dying on me. And then I had to get one trolling with the woolly bugger on a slip sinker, which was the only fly I brought. I left my whole fly box sitting on my kitchen counter after I tied my woolly bugger onto my fly rod. And I didn't get anything for my fly rod. When I was here last time, there were tons of fish jumping everywhere. And they were just, the second I throw my stuff in, they were just attacking. It just wasn't like that today. It's not always like that. And you're not always going to catch the big one. That's why you got to come back. And the lake is really full. And it's quite a scene out here today. My boat's already in the car, and I just pulled off to kick back and just bait fish for 20 minutes. As soon as I threw this in, I got a hit on my power bait. He was hitting it, he took it, I went to set the hook and just came up completely empty. Whiff! So, it is what it is. But it was fun out here, you know, it's a great day, and just really relaxing to cruise around the lake in my boat. It was a fun time. And that's going to wrap it up for Jackson Meadows Reservoir in the spring. I'll probably come back late fall, right before it starts snowing. So thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. Until next time.